We are Steve and Jill.
Together, we've been buying and reselling land since the 90s.
Our data-centric approach leaves our buyers asking, how can you sell it so cheap?
Here on the Land Academy Show,
We answer that and more. I'm Steve and Jack Butala.
and I'm Jill DeWit, and this is the Land Academy Show.
This is episode number 2213. Today, Jill and I are talking about scaling your land business without burning out. I have to tell you on a personal note, I have been burned out probably 2, 3, maybe 4 times in my life, pretty seriously. And that comes with, I think, or you tell me, but I think it comes with this personality type that we have. Like, I don't know if you've ever been seriously burned out to the point where, you know what? I don't care how much money it makes. I'm just tired of it.
I did with parenting and cooking.
All right, we'll talk about that. God, I did that with parenting too. I'm still burned out parent.
There's not a lot of home cooking that goes on in our house. I'm just like, I am burnt out on that.
Right.
I did a lot of meals. Like, how many years worth of meals? How, with the youngest? I don't know. Anyway.
I don't get burned out on cooking. I get burned out on the people's responses who I'm cooking for.
I get burnt out on the shopping for the cooking. You know what it is? It's the picking the menu and the shopping for it. If everything was done there for me, everybody's going to go, Jill, that's a service you can get. Like, I know. I could do that.
It's not possible, I've learned this recently, to effectively cook for a very picky eater. They just don't like it. So, and if they don't like it and they've got to get the salt shaker out and do the whole thing, it's not worth the effort of cooking.
It sounds
day on the
to
show.
me like that might be a pet peeve of yours. Am I hearing that correctly?
We're talking about burnout today.
All right, buddy. Gloves are off.
Each day on the show, we answer a question from our Land Academy member Discord forum. We take a deep dive into land-related topics by popular request.
Sorry, that's my new safe word. Burnout.
Safe
Can we
word.
please talk about burnout?
Just burned out on talking. I'd like to talk to you burnout. Jill, hold on, burnout.
Yes, that's good too. What time do you want a burnout? That is my new safety word. Okay. Anyway, or safe word, whatever you refer to it. All right. Tara wrote, for those of you who use PATLive or something similar, like an answering service, do you have the receptionist ask the caller if they accept the offer on the letter? And if not, what is your asking price? I saw that as an option on the pre-written script. On one hand, I'd love to have that info before going into the phone call, before getting on the phone with them. But on the other hand, I don't know if I want that to be handled by the receptionist on the first call. Would love to know what you guys think. Thanks. Oh, I do. I wrote that.
This is all you.
I wrote that on purpose. I want to know, hey, does this price work for you? And if not, what does work for you? Hell no, it doesn't work for me, but I do want to sell, not that price. All right. Do you have one in mind? If not, let me move this forward so the owner's going to call you back.
This whole mailer, how you implement this is up to you, and we can only tell you how we do it because it works. But this whole mailer is designed to work itself out. So you do a 10,000 unit mailer, you're going to reach 10,000 people. The vast majority of those people, you're going to get a 1% response. Let me put it that way. So 100 people are going to respond between a 1 and 2% response, depending on how accurate how you implement the mailer. So between 100 and 200 people are going to respond. Half of those are going to say, there's just no way. So now you're going to work with, on a 10,000 unit mailer, let's be real conservative, about 50 people who probably want to sell their property. So what really matters, is the person who's answering the phone, whoever they are, separate the people who want to or don't want to sell their property, however that you see that happening. So I don't know how you guys do it now. How do you utilize PATLive, or do you answer the phone yourself, or does Jan do it, or what happens?
Both. Sometimes it's me, sometimes it's staff, sometimes it's PATLive, depending how busy it is and their workload and the call volume kind of thing. But on whoever it is, that's one of the first questions. It's like almost question number 2. Question number 1 nowadays is, what's going on? Why do you want to sell?
Yeah.
Let's first make sure, they really are a serious seller.
Yeah.
Because if they're like, well, I really don't, but this number intrigued me. Shoot. Now I'm gonna look at you. This could go either way. Or, oh my God, I need the dough. My engine just died. I can't get to work. All right. Now I got that out of the way. Does this number work for you? And let's see how fast we can do this.
Yep.
It's really a lot of that. All spoken very nicely, not machine-like. Because remember, you're trying to win them over too at the same time. But I would, Tara, keep it in there. There's no reason not to.
This is really going to change.
It
already is changing how customer service and how people talk on the phone. I mean, because of AI. I've tested 2 or 3 AI scenarios, not necessarily about land, but just talking to them, and I can't tell the difference.
It's hard.
I cannot tell the difference between the fact that it's a computer or a real person. What's going to happen, this is just my prediction, is that it will lead to no one talks on the phone anymore.
Yeah,
Because
I won't call.
You don't know who's real.
Yeah.
You don't know if you can get any real information. And I think that's part of the epidemic that we have with people's cynical attitudes now. Nobody knows what's real.
I hope that, since we're on this topic, that every AI response, every AI, whatever it is, should accurately say, if I ask the question, are you real or not? They should legally be required to say whether they're real or not, because I'm going to look at things differently.
Yeah, me too.
Like if I'm scheduling a doctor's appointment or dentist appointment, I don't care if it's AI
Sure.
or not. But if you're reading me my test results, I want to know. I don't want that. I want the doctor. I want a trained tech talking to me about my test results.
No matter who you are, what business you're in, or what you do with your life, our lives are really dramatically going to change in the next 36 months because of all this.
True.
Just how you go through a regular day is really going to change.
Yeah.
Some of it's going to be good, and some of it's going to be bad. We don't know what yet. Today's topic, scaling your land business without burning out.
Oh,
Did you
Burnout.
write some stuff down?
So here, this is a real thing. We talked earlier this week about drive and just, things that cause people to fail. And you're like, okay, I hear you. I got to surround myself by the right people. I got to come at this, with, committed, put everything into it. Well, man, Jack and Jill, I can't do this for 5 years straight. I will burn out. Get it. And that's real. And you're right. So what do you do to make sure you don't burn out and your business doesn't fail because of that? Well, a couple things. One, I think you have to know your weaknesses.
Yes, Jill, that was what I was going to say. Just know yourself. Mm-hmm. Don't do stuff you don't want to do forever.
Right. Maybe in the beginning, and there's a lot of people that I deal with on this when I'm doing the individual coaching. They're like, I hate answering the phone. I'm like, I know, Tara. I know it sucks, but you don't have anybody else right now. Tara, who answered this question, which is really funny, who asked this question. I'm like, Tara, if you can't do this, then you need to do this. Somebody's got to answer these calls. I can't just go to voicemail, if you want to do deals, basically. So she's like, all right, I got it. I can do it for a little while I train, hire, whatever. I said, that's it. So you got to know your weaknesses. And then that leads into number 2, which is you are preparing to replace yourself.
Yes.
Automate
Jill.
when you can. So like Tara, don't mean to throw you under the bus here, Tara, but Tara's a sweetheart. Tara's like, I know what I'm great at, and this is it, but I can do it. I can do it really well, and she has been doing really well. So she's obviously now moved over to PATLive, which is great. So, and that's kind of automating it too for yourself. Yeah. And there's other things that you can do in your business that you can truly automate, like parts of due diligence. You could have VAs doing things, or AI doing things. I am sure there are environments where you can set up now with AI to look up properties and check a box, whether it's waterfront or not, or whether there's legal access or not, kind of thing. So that's in place. Maybe we're not that great at learning how to use it yet, but you can get yourself there. So
check out PropStream.
But
Listener, check out PropStream. Do the there's a free 7-day trial. It's shocking, but some of that stuff's already here.
okay. So know your weaknesses, prepare to replace yourself, automate stuff. And then my number 3, because this is about burning out. You're trying to grow your business. Too, scaling is not even, we're not saying maintain, because there's maintain without burning out. And then there's scaling without burning out. Like, I need to grow this thing. So that's too why you got to replace yourself and put yourself in the driver's seat and the owner's seat and only do what the owner should be doing, kind of thing. And controlling your money and, all of that, growing. My last little burnout thing, and I think there's a component of this for everyone. I don't care if you're male or female. You need to give yourself like a reward, whatever it is to you. What would be a reward for
Not
you?
working on Friday.
Okay, there you go. That's a Jack one. So for me, it might be, and I know the people that are like me, like I treat myself to a spa day. I do this, I do that. It's not like I'm buying that 63 Stingray. Maybe that is a reward.
It's not really.
I'm saying for some people, I'm not assuming you, but for some people, I think they have a big reward like that. I think too, gosh, paying off my house is kind of a reward.
Yeah.
It's not just a necessity. It's like, oh, I can breathe. Well, how's my life going to change for the better? But so having kind of a goal/reward to keep you motivated really helps me. So what are the things you also think?
I think it starts with this, and I've been saying this for a lot of years. If you are working on stuff that you do not want to work on, you have no real interest in it. Let's say you're a researcher in a lab in a hospital, and you don't like that. There's only so long that you're going to be able to take it, and it's going to start to affect your other parts of your life. So what I would say is, and this is what my response to this now, after being burned out a few times, not on land, but on other things in life, is to map everything out. Just have a budget, like not so much a financial budget, but a time, what's going to happen in the next 20 years of your life, me talking to myself. All right, this year I'm going to do this. This year I'm going to do this. I'd like to be at this financial milestone. I'd like to be in a certain city with Jill doing this and this and this. Just kind of as silly as it sounds, a vision board, but in Excel for me. And so now it's like, all right, I'm not going to do this for the rest of my life. I'd like to get rid of answering the phone, by next June. Or so you have some framework so that when you're answering the phone today, you're saying to yourself, I only have to do this till June, because that's the whole thing. And I only need to do 2 more deals. I have enough money to hire somebody to do it. Just make a framework for yourself.
Oh my goodness, I just had a light bulb moment. It didn't even dawn on me. Are you saying, so your vision board is an Excel spreadsheet?
Yes.
Oh, I've
Is that
seen
good?
it. Well, it's funny.
Yeah, you have seen it.
I have seen it. I know exactly what it looks like. And it didn't even dawn on me what that means. That's your version. You're saying, I want to assume, you're saying that's your version of your vision board, and I love it. Mine doesn't look like that.
I know. What does it look like? Does it look like you're 14 and you take stuff out of magazines and paste it up there?
No.
You own a man with no beard?
No, it's funny. My vision board is kind of where your dream catcher is.
Oh, your vision board's right in your soul?
It is in my soul. That's like, because my vision board changes often. That's probably why it's like, oh, this is my new vision board. My new vision board right now involves a lot of water.
Yeah, ocean water.
Yeah.
Here, all kidding aside, and we can get back to Jill's dream catcher in a minute. What you don't want to happen is this. So at the end of my public accounting career, I made partner at KPMG, and this is the sentence that I said to myself before I put my notice in. I will go flip burgers for the rest of my life. I don't care. I am not working here for more than 2 more weeks. And so that, my friends, is a true burnout situation.
You were about to snap, I guess. Is that right?
I look back on that. I could have avoided that years and years and years before by listening to myself and being honest about, I can't do this forever. I have to put together my exit strategy now, Or plan to make partner like I did. I was very good in accounting. I was a terrible accountant. I was very good at getting new clients, and I made partner very, very quickly. And it was only because I was good at, believe it or not, speaking with people and presenting in a boardroom. And companies would hire us when at the end, hire the company I worked for to have me do board presentations for their board because the CEOs didn't want to do it. So for whatever reason, at that time, I could present, and it's just all it is making people laugh. And so I'm not tooting my own horn. I'm just saying all that success and reward and all of it, I couldn't take it. I couldn't take the politics and the people that I was working with. So don't let that happen to you. Don't let it happen to you specifically in your land business. Just make sure you're working on it. There's probably 8 components to this whole business. And I bet you love 3 of them and the other ones you don't like, I'm guessing. The one, lucky for Jill and I, the stuff she likes to do, I can't stand it, and vice versa. So that it makes us very effective partners together. So that was my answer. That was why, was this the eBay episode or was it one before this?
One before.
You know, the last time I thought it was over, the most recent time I thought the whole business model was completely over. It wasn't over at all. It was just that I didn't want to do the stuff that needed to be done, namely talk on the phone and get things back on track with buyers and sellers.
Thank you.
So I hope that makes sense.
Perfect.
Join us on Monday where Jill and I discuss understanding land market cycles and acting accordingly. You are not alone in your real estate ambition.
We are Jack and Jill.
Information?
Burnout.
Bye. How long have you been holding that in?
Oh, I just thought of it.
To buy undervalued property.
We hope you found our content valuable and we appreciate your support. If you have not already, please check out our channel and hit the subscribe button.
And your comments and suggestions help us to create the content you're here for. Hitting the like button helps to support our channel's algorithm and gauge your interest for future shows.